The forging process refines and directs the grain flow of the metal pieces according to the shape. There is no courage without fear. This is one of the famous quotes by Mulan. Mulan selflessly took up her father's sword to protect him from going to the war at an old age. Of course, to be a courageous person, you need to have a powerful weapon. What Mulan had was her father's double-edged sword that etched with the Chinese character loyal, brave, and true. In ancient, steel sword has a significant symbolic meaning of strength, power, authority, courage, and protection. Steel sword was being made and used since the Warring States of period, which is BC 475 to BC 221. At that time, Zhan Guoce mentioned that Han has made the best weapon, capable of cleaving through the strongest armor, shield, and helmet. So what made a steel sword so strong and durable? Of course, it has a lot to do with the making process. Wait, if you would like to see more of my videos, please click on the subscribe button and hit on the bell button. Steel sword is made through forging process. Forging process has been adopted as early as 6,000 years ago. Bronze and iron were first used in the forging process to produce hand tools, jewelry, and weapons. In the steel sword making process, sword smiths used the rock as a forging hammer to shape the blade. Once the sword was red hot, the sword smith would quench it in the water to harden the blade. Then the blade would go through the heat treatment process to relieve the inner stress, before passing to the polisher and finisher. The polisher would then take the sword and refine and sharpen the sword until it achieves the desired state of finish. Why is forged steel stronger?
The internet is full of discussions over which parts are better, cast or forged. It seems that the overwhelming consensus is forged parts are better. Okay, great, fantastic. Now we know we have to have something with good grain structure. Now, how do you get that liquid steel into a billet? It's pretty easy. Instead of pouring it, all they're going to do is they're going to cool off that liquid steel, slide it down this chute so that it's kind of in the shape of a rectangular tube. And as it's going down, it's going to hit these rollers called a hot roll. And the hot roll is going to squeeze that steel straight through it. It's going to line up all these grains and smash out a lot of the voids. Now, if you wanted to take that a step further, you could cold roll it, which would increase the price of the billet. And all that would do is increase the strength of the grain structure and get rid of a lot of more voids. But let's just say you want to stop at the first process. You would have a billet. And then from there, you just got to decide if you want to come in there and mill or cut out the shape that you want. Or if you want to do what Arsenal does is, once they have their billet, they kind of forge it down into the shape that they need, and then they mill it. So they do an additional strengthening process. And what's good about that is they're keeping as much of the grain flow together as possible instead of coming in and interrupting the grain structure by cutting it out. What you really want to do is just forge the heck out of whatever you're doing so that you can keep the continuous grain structure.
Today, the modern forging process is operated by fully automated computer-controlled press and manipulators. It is classified into open die and closed die forging methods. Forgings have a broad range of applications across a variety of sectors, include oil and gas, mining, automotive parts, and energy industries. The design of shapes is so versatile that they can be forged from simple bars and rings up to their complicated and complex pieces according to the needs. Almost all metals, ferrous and non-ferrous, can be forged. Any kind of steel, carbon, stainless, alloy and superalloy can be used for forgings. Forging reduces the weight required to manufacture the piece. Less starting material is required, therefore there is a real significance in cost savings. If you have forging requirements and is looking for a manufacturer who complies to API 20B standard and short delivery lead time, please connect with us through the link in the description box below. If you enjoyed this video and would like to watch more of my videos, please click on the thumbnail over here.